Hello, this is your host, Kamar Star for Kick the Media, and our co-host,
JJ Chronic!
How's it going, everybody out there? Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend so far. It's a nice, beautiful day on Saturday. We got a lot of topics to talk about today, A lot of stuff that's going on in Windsor, and we're starting to crack down on it and try to get everything done properly and get everything cleaned up in the city. And we have other topics outside the city, Toronto. Some topics we're going to talk about, some politic topics and whatnot. But our show will be a little bit longer than usual, but it'll be entertaining, and we have a lot of stuff to enlighten you guys with today.
Well, why don't you tell the viewers why we didn't start normally at our normal time at 11:20 a.m.?
We're just running a little late. I posted on the Kick the Media site that I run, We just had to catch up on some stuff, and get things together. We didn't want to start the podcast, and we weren't fully 100% ready.
So that's yours, right?
Yeah.
You want to push that off the scale so we can start rolling? Because usually we already have blunts rolled and smoking and...
We push in the freezer.
There's no freezer in our podcast studio right now.
So
but how was your week?
It's alright, man. It's a regular week. I'm getting myself ready to move. I'm moving out of my old place. You know what I mean? So I'm just doing a lot of packing, and cleaning up. But yeah, that's about it. So that's my week, like normal. You know what I mean? And yours?
Yeah. Well, mine's okay. It would have been a lot better if we were on time for the podcast today, but stuff happens.
Right, yo.
It's going to be better in a couple of seconds as soon as I take a dab and smoke a joint.
It's better to be late than we never started at all.
That is also very true. So, okay. Let's see. I don't know what you're rolling now. Am I rolling? No, I'm not rolling all that. I was just weighing out and separating it so we can... Oh, we're having separate splits now.
I'm going to roll a blunt right now.
Oh, we
should go backwards. Sorry.
Oh, this guy's going to have his own... I'm going to need you to roll it, because if I roll it, it's going to look pregnant. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to do a dab, guys. So hopefully everyone's weekend was good.
You're a dab.
This is episode 20, and what's this episode called?
Cracking down.
What are we cracking down on?
On crime, drugs. You know what I mean? Like, right now, Windsor, there's a lot of drug use. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of abandoned buildings. But we're going to get to that subject soon. But we're cracking down on a lot, so we're trying to make the city better. You get what I'm saying, too? We're trying to make the city a lot better. So if this is the way we have to do it, where we would enforce certain laws, you know what I mean, do certain cleanups in the cities, all that, then that's ways to get done.
Yeah, it is very, very true. Sorry, I'm just trying to share this link right now. But, well, I wasn't even going to touch this subject, but since we are rolling some cannabis, and it wasn't even in our script, but did you know that there was a raid out in Leamington?
No, I did not. Yeah, you told me.
So,
told me.
There was a raid out in Leamington from what the Windsor Star actually posted, and from what I was reviewing, it was actually a drug bust all across Southern Ontario. If you listen to our previous podcast, I'm pretty sure we acknowledged talking about Operation Oz.
Yeah.
Out in Toronto. So long story short, from what I reviewed while you're rolling in the Windsor Star, is they said that police seized 7,000 illegal marijuana plants from a Leamington farm through Project Moon. A year later, a year-long York Regional Police investigation into an illegal drug operation, which was led by an Asian drug ring in Vaughan, northern Toronto.
Vaughan?
Police performed 24 simultaneous raids on July 24th and retrieved more than 20,000 illegal marijuana plants. Among other synthetic drugs, according with York Regional Police. A press release laid charges against more than 40 people.
Really?
These were people who had licenses under the medical regime to produce for medical reasons, said Detective Inspector Jim Walker, who is the lead of the Ontario Provincial Police Provincial's Joint Force Cannabis Enforcement Team. What are you trying to look for?
Blam.
Blam?
You have the ashtray here.
I have an ashtray here. I thought I brought an ashtray in. No, I didn't bring an ashtray.
Actually, there was some phlegm in it.
Yeah, I know.
Cigarette butt. I'm gonna put some.
Yeah, and it's all inside the house. No, I brought everything inside the house from the studio.
Ashtray in the house?
But anyways, let's talk about this a little bit because you know what? I use cannabis as medicine. I use it to treat multiple ailments, and I'm not the only person who uses cannabis to treat different.
I use it as medicine too.
Do you?
Yeah. I use it as medicine to keep me, like, you know, like I have insomnia. Like, I can't sleep. Like, I'm up every day. Like my sleep is like an hour of sleep, and that's it. I smoke a little kush, and I'm sleeping right to the night. I wake up, rejoice. My body feels so much relaxed and everything. So that's why I smoke. I'm not smoking and say, yo, I'm smoking. I'm out here like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm smoking because I need to smoke it, and plus, it keeps me more mellow, and I get all my work done faster. Some people can't smoke, and some people can't smoke and go to work. You know, continue to work life and all that stuff because either get too lazy or too tired. It slows them down a little bit. Some people get paranoid. You know what I mean? So me, I need to smoke it so I can be a regular dude.
Now, we are a little bit late, so we are a little bit behind on our podcast here, which is fine. We're just in the middle of trying to roll and do dabs, and I think there's water in here. Hopefully there is water in here so I can do a dab. There should be enough water in here to do a dab. But we got a lot of interesting stuff, and on our next episode, episode 21, we will have stuff aligned. We do have a guest speaker, or a guest interviewer right now who will be on our show shortly as soon as we go through the next couple articles. He comes all the way from the USA. I forget the state he lives in. Just give me
you said
there's no plugs. If you're trying to look for a plug, you gotta plug it in the PC. What?
You say was it Arkansas? You told me where he's coming from.
He used to live in Maryland. I don't know if he's still.
Yeah, you said Maryland. Yeah, Maryland. There it is.
I don't think he's still there, but we'll find out. We'll ask him that question. Right now, guys, what I'm actually trying to do, so if you guys want, right now, I'm going to allow you guys a couple seconds here to grab your coffee, grab your joint, grab your blunt, do a dab, because that's what I'm doing.
Hide your wife, hide your dog. I'm joking.
Whoa.
You should have said that dude when at the phone. Hide your wife, hide
your
dog.
Everything was I don't want to say last minute because it was all prepared. It's just we had a business meeting earlier today and it went a little bit longer than anticipated.
Dang, will something come up if I plug this in?
It will ding, but that's fine. Well, this is something that I don't like. I want to get an electric nail because the sound of the torch is going to sound like really crappy.
So you some space and then cramp up.
You want to switch spots?
Here. Too far in the corner now.
I'm going to go over this corner.
I do a lot more moving than you do. I get so much more than you do. I'm always on the move, bro.
Well, I'm doing my first dab of the day, guys. Cheers.
PC's restarted before you setting this up. Forget that. I knew some shit was like that was gonna happen. Alright. So, go on.
No, I was just going to tell our listeners that we went to a local dispensary, which you can find on Weed Maps, and we got some of their products. We got some Rosin Lemon Haze, which already tastes fucking amazing. What else did we get?
We got some Night Nurse Kush, it's indica, and some White Rhino Kush, which is indica. The name of the dispensary is what again?
You can find it out on Weed Maps. So I don't like naming dispensaries. You guys are in the Windsor area, just use weedmaps.com, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Search it up. You'll see, I believe there's 2 dispensaries that are up there. There's also a lot of weed delivery services that you can use as well, too. However, the one brand, Top of the Shelf, is not on Weed Maps because you have to know somebody.
Top Shelf?
It's obviously Top of the Shelf. So I
believe called Top of the Shelf or Top Shelf?
Top Shelf. Oh. But it's on Top of the Shelf. Top Shelf.
Oh, so that's dumb shit.
So we will move on to this while he's rolling because I'm going to need him to roll me one too because my rolling, guys, what does it look like? Kamar?
Yo, if you guys see a roller, you guys know what to holler at, huh?
But what does mine look? Do mine look?
It looks like two dinosaurs are pregnant. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, that's serious, bro.
Whoa. Don't be cheering him on now.
I'm done, yo, like.
Anyways.
Look at this one. Oh, guys, sat in the pack. Oh, cunts. Oh.
So,
sorry for that word, guys. That's
if you guys wanted to know, the Toronto Police seized over 560 kilograms of dried cannabis, as well as other drugs, which included 15,000 ecstasy pills, 23 grams of methamphetamine, 15,000 of MDMA. Sounds like a good time to me. 400 Viagra.
Really now?
400 Viagra pills. You need some Viagra?
Nah. You did that, bro. Asking dumb questions like that, bro. What kind of shit is that?
I wish you were live right now. They could see it.
Yo,
That would have been epic.
This guy, you asking that question, I'm doing something important, bro. This guy is something. The man sabotaged the role, bro. This guy is something, bro.
It was the rosin. I didn't.
No, it was
do
what
that.
you asked. I'm like, no, bro, man, like me, I don't need that stuff. So I'm like 80, 90. I'm going strong to the death of me.
Okay, well, while my host over here is rolling, I am going to take over a little bit, and I am going to read some of the topics while he rolls and we talk. Surprisingly, our next topic, my goal was to actually add the links into the chat. Hopefully for our episode 21, we'll be a little bit more
Linked up
and on time.
Linked up on time.
I wish you guys could see how he's rolling this, because he's actually rolling it on the article that he's supposed to be reading with weed paper on it too. Like, you just take a picture and post that to the page.
Paper, yo.
But look where you put the weed too.
No, I just got it. I just seen that.
So, if you guys aren't aware, there was a University of Windsor professor who was saying, if you guys aren't aware, I should start with this probably better, that the Ford government recently came out with pot pardons. If I'm not mistaken, or our minister came out with pot pardons. So, long story short, a University of Windsor law professor says the federal government has likely made all of the changes it will make to Canadian cannabis possession pardon system until the 2019 federal election. Keep in mind, going back 4 years ago, that cannabis was not legalized at this point in time, and Justin Trudeau, who is our current Prime Minister, his whole basic platform was running on legalizing cannabis. And the reason why the younger people generation, the millenniums, which I'm part of them, and the younger generation even voted or even went out to vote, was because they wanted to see this legalization happen. And unfortunately what this legalization is, how do you think the legalization is honestly going so far?
I guess okay.
Was it better 2 years ago under the black market?
I don't know, because 2 years ago under the black market, if you're selling weed, you get caught with weed, you're catching a case. You're catching a jail time.
Not as bad as you would.
No, yeah, bad, worse.
Anything under an ounce, you're looking under 3 to 6 months, I think it was the jail time.
When? Back then?
I wish I had the stats. Let's see if I can pull up these.
Yeah, but those are the stats. You know what I'm saying? Dude, when cops arrest you, they don't go by those stats. They just arrest you and you're going to get that charge, bro. Trust me. A lot of my friends been through it. Again, go in jail for 2 ounces of weed and coming out later, bro. Like, it makes no sense. And then you have killers and rapists that they can't even catch and put in jail, right? But you have all these people, whatever, man. But like I said, back before it got legalized, you didn't really see so much people going to jail. Now that's legalized. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, we could walk on the streets and smoke our weed. You know what I mean? Cops can't say it as long as it's not no public place around business or school, but cops can't really say nothing. Designated smoke area, we're allowed to. So I believe now that weed's legalized, it cracked down a little bit on sending people to jail. You know what I mean? Like, sending people to jail for no reason because they have a little bit of weed on them. You know what I mean? Like, now cops can't really stop you. They can stop you and just be an asshole about it. You know what I mean? Tell you to put it out, you can't smoke there and whatnot. But other than that, no one's really going to jail for weed anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and no one should have been going to jail, period, for weed anyways. But whatever, that's my opinion.
Well, and that's why we have so many people, like, for example, Mark Emery, who was a cannabis activist and former cannabis seed distributor from Vancouver, who was extradited to the United States of America. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison for distributing of marijuana seeds. So he wasn't even selling.
Where was he